One of the real tests of character and maturity is how you react to someone else's success. That's particularly so when they succeed in an area where you failed or in which you're frustrated over not having achieved greater success. F.B. Meyer, a well-known author and minister in England, once shared the following experience to a few of his friends. He says, quote, "It was easy to pray for the success of G. Campbell Morgan when he was in America. But when he came back to England and took a church near to mine, it was something different. The old Adam in me was inclined to jealousy, but I got my heel upon his head, and whether I felt right toward my friend, I determined to act right. My church gave a reception for him, and I acknowledged that if it was not necessary for me to preach Sunday evenings, I would dearly love to go and hear him myself. Well, that made me feel right toward him. But just see how the dear Lord helped me out of my difficulty. There was Charles Spurgeon preaching wonderfully on one side of me, and G. Campbell Morgan on the other. Both were so popular and drew such crowds that our church caught the overflow, and we had all we could accommodate." End quote. No matter how well you do something, someone else will come along and do it better. So here are your options. Compare yourself to them, compete with them, criticize them, compliment and cooperate with them. The latter is what Paul meant when he wrote in Romans chapter 12, verse 10, the New King James Version, "Be kindly affectionate to one another with brotherly love, in honor, giving preference to one another." Have a blessed day. And I want you to understand, the Bible tells us in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 12 to 27, this is the New International Version, "Just as a body, though one, has many parts, but all its many parts form one body, so is it with Christ." So that means no matter what you do, who you are, where you're at, you have a purpose, and your purpose is important, right? Don't compare yourself to somebody else. Do what you were called to do. There was something that I always heard somebody saying, and they were usually getting smart when we were in church, and they were just trying to tell somebody, just mind your business. But they'd always say, stay in your lane. But for real, stay in your lane. Do what you're here to do. And when you get an opportunity, read that. 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verses 12 to 27. Selah.